Hey, mahal everyone, welcome back to the Broadway Saiyan YouTube channel. I'm your host 40 and welcome back to another video on the Alchemist code. In today's video we're actually going to be going over some monthly updates that the game just recently put on into the game, as well as more details on the upcoming characters for the new banners. Guys, before I start this video, I just want to say please forgive the sound of my voice. I'm actually coming down with something. I think all of the adrenaline from the holidays is finally wearing down, and what tends to happen to my body is I start to get sick. So, you know, forgive the hoarseness and the nasal sounding part of my voice. But anyways, I want to take a look at the news with you guys because they just released some news for us about what's to come for the world of Alchemist code. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into that. Alright, so we're going to pop into the news section here, and right over there, see right there, new units introduction. Now for those of you that have been following me and are subscribed to me, I did make a sneak peek video about these units. So it looks like they changed it up a bit because 3 of the 4 units that I talk about are being featured currently, are going to be featured soon this week. The one that's missing is Kadanoba, so I'm not sure when he's going to be released. Again, they're always changing things compared to Japan for global, especially with characters that are being released, what collabs are being released, or what events are being released. So it's good to know that, you know, they're giving global a little bit of a different kind of a treatment. I do hope that they kind of tweak some of the events a little bit, because as we all know, the Sabaretta extra difficulty quest we're getting is a little bit hard for most players right now. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at Suzuka, Reimi, and Vincent. So for a limited time, the 3 new units, Suzuka, Reimi, and Vincent, will be available as mercenaries for free. This also means that we're going to be able to summon them. Take the chance to try out the units and use them to aid you in your battles. So again, like I talked about these characters before, Suzuka has access to Samurai, Ninja, and Dark Cavalier. She has a leader skill that raises physical attack by 50% for light units. Gumi, or the in-game, is recommending that we have her as a Samurai, with her fixed ability Blade. Her basic ability will be basic Pitch Black Blade. Her reaction should be Tsubami Geshi, which has a chance of performing a physical counter when receiving damage. Her passive should be Ninja Stealth, which gives her an additional move +1 and jump +1, so it makes her a little bit more mobile. And then we should be giving her Overdrive, which is, if you guys are familiar with Overdrive, we have characters such as Vargas or Sabaretta. No, not Sabaretta. Who's the other one that has Overdrive? Bolt. Bolt has Overdrive. So this greatly raises their physical and magic attack, but lowers their defenses. So a little bit of details on Suzuka. She's the daughter of an honorable warrior lineage of Wadatsumi. She's exceptionally skilled in samurai, who has basically lived her life solely focused on beating her opponents. She's known for being the only swordsman who has ever battled Zangetsu on an even footing. She believes, however, that she was disadvantaged as a woman, and she is hoping for a rematch. So she has a little bit of a rivalry with Zangetsu, which is cool that they add this flavor in for this character. So overall, I did say that the character is pretty good. However, upon looking at these details, it looks like to really maximize on her capabilities, you're going to want to unlock all of her jobs, which is jobs 1 through 3. So that means you have to pull at least 7 copies of her. You need to pull 1 to unlock her, and then you need to pull 6 more to limit break her all the way up to 15. So she's a bit of a whale character. She is powerful, but for free-to-play players, I don't recommend, you know, completely, you know, going crazy for her, because to really make her shine, you do need her all the way up to job level 3. So she's a little like Bolt, where Bolt really shines when you have Twin Blade Swordsman with the Dark Cavalier secondary ability on the second slot. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Reimi. So Reimi gets access to Ninja, Martial Artist, and Samurai. His leader skill is raises physical attack by 50% for fire units. They're recommending that we have him as a martial artist, and we give him both combat and basic combat, so the abilities that come for both martial artists. His reaction would be Counter, which is a chance of performing physical counter when receiving physical damage. The passives that they recommend are Toughness, which raises his max HP, which is awesome because HP is important in this game. It's survivability. And then the passive they recommend to give is Single Blade, which is from Samurai, that gives physical attack but lowers evasion and agility. So Reimi is the last descendant of the Shiba Senko. the most detested faction in Watatsumi, he defeats his opponents through forbidden techniques regarded as foul and cowardly. In his loneliness, due to being a hated individual, his secret enjoyment during his free time is to enjoy sweet bean desserts by himself. Interesting flavor there for this character. So, out of the box, Raimi starts off as a ninja. So if you happen to pull one, at least you have a fast character that has elemental flexibility. Where I feel like he really shines, again, just like Suzuka, is when you unlock all 3 jobs. And a little bit of information from the JP side is he gets a job plus later on, so that makes him even better. But right now, out of the box, he's good, but he's average in a sense that to really make the use of him, you want to have all 3 of his jobs unlocked. And one of his biggest issues is that if you give him that passive that increases his physical attack from Samurai but lowers his agility, you're essentially sacrificing speed, which means that he's a bit slower, so he's not going to take his turn as fast as other units. So just keep that in mind. But overall, he's still a pretty good unit. And then we're down to our 3rd unit, which is Vincent. Vincent has access to Sage, Bard, and Professor. His leader skill is he raises HP. He raises HP by 20% for Thunder units. They recommend Professor on him with remedies and basic remedies. His reaction should be auto cure, and then you want to give him the Poison Knowledge +2 and Magic +2. So Vincent is a prominent engineer from Slotstein. He's known as the Wizard from the Land of Machinery, but apparently he hates being called a wizard and insists that he's an engineer. The owl always perked on his right arm is not a robot, but a real one, and its name is Genius. So Vincent is kind of the consolation prize for this banner. He's okay, but the thing is we have professors such as Michael, who Michael has Professor Plus, and we have Reagan. So, I mean, if you have access to those 2 characters, or even Elizabeth, Vincent's kind of, he's okay, you know, I mean, I would say he's great support on a pure Thunder team, so if you run a pure Thunder team, he would be great there as a support. But as a character overall, he's okay. He's not the greatest, but you know, he has his uses, and he fits into specific niche teams. Okay, so those are the 3 characters that we're going to be getting, and now we're going to take a look at the January preview. And what I really love about this game is they do these monthly updates. So they let us know, hey, Alchemist Code players, this is what's going to be coming up for the next month. So this is something that I like that Gumi does for this game, where we look forward to specific events that are coming up. So we already know about the New Year celebration, where we have the countdown lucky draw to receive tickets, which we can exchange on New Year's Day. And we also get our mystery bags, which gets us some nice, awesome free goodie bags. So that's pretty cool. And we also have access to New Year's skin sets on sale, so, you know, be sure to check out the secret shop for that. And then we are getting Chapter 2, Episode 2. So, with Beckram hot on their heels, what further dangers await Edgar and Fiona as they search for the missing Sacred Stone Belphegor? And is the mysterious cloaked figure they encountered a friend or foe? So I've actually been holding off on the story, guys. I wanted to make videos on all of the different acts for the stories. However, each act takes me at least an hour to complete, and my software and my current setup right now for my laptop and all that, it's pretty heavy on my RAM and stuff. So I need to you know, eventually look down the line about getting a better laptop. But for now, I have a feeling that all of these chapters, quests, I may be doing them when I start streaming. I might start streaming on YouTube or Twitch, so just keep an eye out on that, but it's cool that they're giving us episode 2. And then we have Sacred Stone Memories and Trusted Justice, so this is another event. So presenting a collection of stories before the time of Logi and Diaz, come explore the backstory behind the Land of Babel, featuring Chloe during her cadet days, together with the new character, Canon. Join them as they embark to the trial ruins for their final graduation test. Can they survive and earn their ranks as paladins? So, I wonder if this has to do with the whole, like, farming shards for specific characters, because I know a lot of players have been talking about, oh, Japan has these events where we can farm their shards, so we can limit break them a little bit easier. It's a little bit more manageable, especially for free to play. So I wonder if this is it. If it isn't, let me know in the comment section below, but if it is, still let me know in the comment section below, because I'd like to know what this is all about. And then, of course, we have another special crossover event. That's right, we will be having another crossover event in January. So expect to see some interesting new faces next year. Stay tuned for more information about what exciting events, units, and gear await you. So I did make a video about how the official Alchemist Code Facebook group was asking us players to vote on what the next collab should be, or even suggest on certain collabs. And on that list, the one with the most votes was Fate. So just by going off of that list, Fate should be the next collab. However, I am hearing rumors that the next collab is going to be Phantom of the Kill, and the reason behind that is Phantom of the Kill is another Gumi game just like Brave Frontier. So it kind of makes sense that they would do Phantom of the Kill, but I honestly think that Gumi should reconsider and maybe go off of that little post they made on their Facebook, just because, you know, why would you ask the player base if they should be voting on these collabs and then go completely 180 and be like, oh, we're just going to give you guys this. But if they give us Phantom of the Kill, that's cool, because, you know, crossovers and collabs are always something cool to see in these games whenever other characters from another universe cross over and interact with characters from the current games we're playing. So regardless of what happens, I think it's going to be very fun. Alright, well anyways guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did find it helpful, please smash that like button and subscribe if you're new for future Alchemist Code content. Guys, there's a few more days left until I'm going to be announcing my giveaway for reaching 1,500 subscribers before the end of the year. So be sure to check the link for that video on the video description below of this video, as well as the pinned comments. And don't forget to check out the other links and the different communities that I post on my videos. Once again, I am the Broadway Saiyan, my name is 40, thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned for the next video on Alchemist Code or whatever video that may be. Mahal, everyone!